this transition from being part of an empire to being a republic is something you can see across the city. You will see the walls that a long time ago protected the Spanish Empire against English pirates that came to try to take over the city. You will hear, if you pay attention to your touristic guides, the stories of the brave and gallant soldiers who defended the city against these foreign interventions. And you will also hear how Cartagena was one of the first cities in Colombia to claim full independence of empire to have its own say about its own destiny. And because so many of us here come from perhaps similar historical trajectories, I think it's good and proper that we will be having this conversation about international standards from the global south, from a developing country that needs to be heard, like so many of your countries, as part of a global community of equals. A global community of equals is built in so very many ways, but one of those is through talking on the same basis as equals about international standards. International standards, as you well know, are crucial for the development of commerce, for the development of industry, and this works in a couple of ways, right? One of which is, of course, thinking about the standards of processes that only happen here and in which we are the experts. My favorite example is the construction of guadua structures. Guadua is a type of bamboo, and you could only do that properly from the places where these structures are built. And in this way, we inform the larger global community, and we have a conversation about how to do this best. But it's not only all the things that we do here, but about the global conversation on so very many issues that affect us differentially as developing countries. Climate change affects us all in this planet, but it has a particular effect on developing nations. If the standards were to be set only by the wealthiest nations of the world, we would come up with a very different set of standards than if developing countries, tropical countries like this one, are heard in the conversation that creates those standards. The discussion around artificial intelligence is one in which even the most well-meaning citizens of countries that are abundant in capital and have gone far into their technological development, if they were the only ones developing these standards, the result, as I said, no matter how well-meaning the conversation, would be very different than if everyone was welcome at the table. The great news is that everyone is welcome at the table, and that's why we are doing this here, and that is why you from 170 plus countries will be having these conversations over the next few days. And so I welcome you to do this in an environment of friendship, of having a little bit fun at the end of the day, of enjoying the sights, and reminding you that if you like what you see, Colombia has plenty more to see, not just in our Caribbean coast, but in our Pacific coast, and not just the warmer tropical climate, but also the higher Andean sightseeing that you can do, the diversity of that same ecology that we're trying to protect in our various efforts to combat climate change as a global community. And well, I would run out of time if I were to tell you about the gastronomy and the cultural richness of Colombia. So I invite you to have a little taste of that here, and to come back, with any plausible excuse that you can come up with. Thank you very much.